This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with Federico Giotto in the heart of where they make some quite wonderful Prosecco. Please, Federico, please tell us about the winery that you're consulting with here.
Thank you to come here. You are in Sorelle Bronca. It's a very, not too much large company to produce Prosecco, and the Prosecco is a very, normally is a very funny wine, but in this case there is a very part of the soul in the production, and also in the soul in the bottles and in the glass. And in this case we have there is a really small cellar, but have a different soil where it's possible to produce different things of Prosecco. This is an organic winery, and so they produce in connection feeling with the nature. And it is really important if you want to try what is the best in your wines, because there is two methods to produce wine. You impose in the nature, or you follow the nature. In my opinion, it's very important to follow the nature.
So this is the philosophy of your consultation business?
Yes, of course, because the quality is you can create a quality wine when you extract what is different, and it is good, but it's different from the nature, not from by the hand of the man.
What are the biggest challenges when one is growing grapes within this region, when one is farming organically?
Okay, if you think more or less 50, 30 years ago, the man won't produce a product. The wine for me is not a product, it's the results about the feeling and also the dialogue from the man and the nature. When there is a dialogue from the man and the nature, you created what is the feeling. And I think a very good wine is a feeling, it's not only the product. A product is another thing, is a bottles, but a bottle without wine is a product for me. And so when I spoke about following the nature, it's like a people. When you follow the people, you understand the people. And if you want to understand, it's important to listen before to create it. And it is the really changed inside the Prosecco area, but not only the Prosecco area, because we work everywhere in the world, and it is the principal philosophy that we want to use. We use the science to understand, not the science to impose our hand.
Now you're doing some quite interesting experiments on your own vineyards right now. Would you mind telling us a little bit of the secrets that are going on there?
About what I tell you about the electrician water.
Exactly.
Yes, you know, also in the organic way, we use copper to preserve the plants from peronospora. And now we try to use another important thing is water with potassium, chloropotassium.
Chloride, yes. Yeah.
And we have a potential electrician, and we have the potassium on the hand, and on the other hand you have chloro. Okay.
Chloride.
Chloride,
Yeah.
in Italian chloro.
Or chlorine.
Chloride.
Yes, yeah.
And chloro, you know, you use in the swimming pool, is disinfect everywhere, but it's not toxic. And it's really interesting because we try to use this and don't use copper, and don't use heavy metal. And I think that's really interesting because also the plants have a very good reaction about these treatments.
So when you use that, you're trying to get rid of peronospora, of different types of rot and oidium, and it works.
So it's really interesting for two of the bad things for the vineyards. The one is peronospora, and the other one is botrytis, no? The
Oh,
mildew.
botrytis, yes, yeah.
Botrytis is the mildew, no? And it's really interesting because it's also to interest, for example, in the Amarone, if you want to dry the grapes natural way, you have an attachment with this water and don't have the problem about botrytis. You think that it's really interesting, not only for the vineyards but also to the vegetables. If you think in the glass vegetables,
Yes, yeah.
you start to have a possibility to new way to produce, and I think it's really interesting to have a very good respect about nature. You know, I don't know because sorry for my English, but
Not at all, no.
if you think that we spoke a lot about biodiversity, but why is important biodiversity? Because normally you see that growing plants, different plants, in the same square meter. Normally, when we put the plants of the vineyards, we have a lot of plants of the vineyards and less plants from other kinds, other vegetables, other grass, other. So it's the problem. If you think about the pests, it's correct. Pests?
Yeah, pests, yeah. Insects,
Okay.
yeah.
The pest in Milan or the pest in Venice in 15 was really incredible because there are too much people, and this too much people, the nature know there is too much people here, and from they shit.
Yes, yeah.
They created a bacteria that was very dangerous for the men, and so many men died. It's the same.
You're talking
in
about
the vineyards.
like typhoid and the like, and yes,
Typhoid
yeah, yes,
is
yeah.
the same. It's the same. The nature what was what the biodiversity, because every day when we get up, we don't eat our thing. We eat other. And if we have the care of other, we have the care of
Ourselves. Yes, yeah, yeah.
ourselves. So it is a very important philosophy also to create for example, the cows for square meter. What is this cows for square meter? And now in the viticulture, we spoke about functionality, biodiversity. You have a lot of plants, and you must understand that you need other plants to recover, to recreate an ambience for other bacteria.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
And it is the philosophy that we work now. Not the philosophy to impose, but the philosophy to follow the nature.
Well, Federico, it has been really refreshing to speak with a winemaker with your philosophies here in this region where you make such wonderful Prosecco. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for you and to drink and test our wines and our philosophy.
Superb. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.